Welcome to US Coins Hub, where history meets hidden value. Today, we uncover a rare piece of American heritage, a coin that tells a story, holds mystery, and could be worth far more than its face value. So slow down, listen closely, and step into the timeless world of rare and valuable US coins. Let's dive into today's video. Top 1 today, we're taking a journey into the world of American state quarters, and not just any quarter. The United States New York State Quarter from 2001. This coin might look familiar if you've ever used it in everyday transactions, but to collectors, it can hold secrets that make it one of the most fascinating coins from the 50 State Quarters series. The New York State Quarter was issued as part of the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program, a series that ran from 1999 to 2008. On the reverse, this 2001 quarter proudly displays two iconic symbols of New York: the Statue of Liberty, and an outline of the state itself. The design reflects New York's rich history, its importance as a cultural and economic hub, and its unique place in American heritage. The obverse, like all state quarters, features the familiar profile of George Washington, a symbol of the nation's founding and unity. Although millions of these quarters were produced to meet public demand, collectors know that rarity doesn't always come from low mintage. Sometimes it's the small minting details, unusual errors, or coins preserved in exceptional condition that make certain quarters stand out. One of the most desirable features collectors look for on state quarters is a perfect strike with sharp details. On the New York quarter, this includes finely detailed outlines of the Statue of Liberty, clearly separated elements in the state outline, and crisp lettering. Coins that retain all their original luster and sharpness are considered uncirculated or mint state, and these are highly prized because most coins in circulation suffer from wear and tear over time. Minting errors also contribute significantly to a coin's rarity. Double dies, for instance, occur when the coin design is accidentally struck more than once in slightly different positions, creating a doubling effect on letters or design elements. Another exciting error is the off-center strike, where the coin blank is misaligned during the minting process. This causes part of the design to be shifted, leaving an unusual blank area along the coin's edge. Each of these errors is unique and can dramatically increase the coin's value to collectors. Die cracks, die chips, and planchet anomalies are additional features that make a quarter rare. Small fractures or raised bumps from damaged dies are often overlooked by casual observers. But to collectors, these imperfections are highly desirable because they tell a story of the coin's journey through the minting process. Condition remains one of the most critical aspects of any collectible coin. Coins that are uncirculated with original luster, no scratches, and no signs of wear are incredibly rare, even in modern series like the 50 State Quarters. Professional coin grading services examine these coins in detail and assign grades that reflect their condition, strike quality, and overall eye appeal. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Collectors also pay attention to unique varieties or minor differences in mint marks and design elements. Sometimes, tiny variations in lettering, spacing, or alignment can make a coin one of a kind and exponentially more valuable than a standard issue. For anyone who loves coins, discovering a New York State Quarter from 2001 with exceptional condition, mint errors, or unique varieties is like uncovering a hidden treasure. It transforms a coin that might seem ordinary into a prized collectible with both historical significance and financial value. Next time you handle a 2001 New York State Quarter, take a moment to inspect it closely. Look at the details of the Statue of Liberty, study the outline of New York, and examine the lettering for any unusual features. You might just uncover a rare coin that others have overlooked. Because in the world of coin collecting, even the most familiar coins can hide astonishing surprises, and in rare cases, an exceptional example of this 2001 New York State Quarter has reached an incredible value of $98,000. Top 2, we're diving into a fascinating coin from the United States Mint, the Maryland State Quarter from the year 2000. At first glance, it might seem like a standard coin you've seen in circulation, but for collectors, this quarter holds features and rarities that make it truly remarkable. The Maryland State Quarter was issued as part of the 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. On the reverse, This 2000 quarter features a beautifully detailed design celebrating the Old Line state. The Maryland quarter displays the state flag with its intricate heraldic patterns, along with the iconic Calvert and Crossland arms. It's a bold and intricate design that represents Maryland's deep history and proud heritage. The obverse side, like all state quarters, shows the familiar profile of George Washington, a symbol of unity and the founding of the United States. Although millions of Maryland quarters were minted, collectors know that rarity isn't always about the number of coins produced. Some coins become highly valuable because of small minting errors, unusual varieties, or the condition in which they've survived over time. One of the most sought-after features is a perfectly struck coin with sharp details. On the Maryland quarter, collectors look for crisp lines in the heraldic flag, clearly separated elements, and strong lettering. Coins that maintain their original luster and sharpness, known as mint state coins, are exceptionally rare because most coins in circulation develop wear and scratches over the years. Minting errors can also significantly increase a coin's value. A double die error, for instance, occurs when the design is accidentally struck more than once on the die, creating a subtle but noticeable doubling effect on letters or design features. Off-center strikes are another fascinating anomaly. If the coin blank isn't aligned correctly during striking, part of the design is shifted, leaving a blank crescent area along the edge. Each of these errors creates a one-of-a-kind coin that collectors prize. Die cracks and die chips are additional details that make a coin stand out. These small imperfections appear as raised lines or bumps on the surface and occur when the minting dies start to fracture or chip. While these may seem like flaws, for collectors, they tell the story of the coin's journey through the mint and add a layer of uniqueness that increases desirability. Condition remains one of the most important factors in a coin's value. Coins that are uncirculated, with no scratches, wear, or discoloration, and that retain their original mint luster are incredibly rare, even for modern series like the 50 state quarters. Professional grading companies examine these coins under magnification, evaluating their strike, surface quality, and overall eye appeal. Coins that receive top grades are extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors. Collectors also pay attention to unique varieties or subtle differences in mint marks and design details. Sometimes, even a small difference in lettering, spacing, or design placement can make a coin stand out as a rare collectible, adding dramatically to its value. For anyone interested in coins, finding a Maryland state quarter from 2000 in exceptional condition, with rare mint errors or unique varieties, is like discovering hidden treasure. A coin that seems ordinary in your pocket or jar could be a remarkable piece of history and an incredibly valuable collectible. Next time you see a 2000 Maryland state quarter, take a closer look. Examine the intricate state flag, study the lettering, and watch for any unusual features or minting anomalies. What seems like a simple quarter might actually be a rare gem waiting to be discovered. In the fascinating world of coin collecting, even the most familiar coins can hide astonishing surprises, and in rare cases, an exceptional example of this Maryland state quarter has reached an incredible value of $91,000. Top 3, we're turning our attention to a fascinating collectible, the United States Indiana State Quarter from 2002. At first glance, it may look like a typical quarter you've used in your wallet, but for collectors, this coin is far from ordinary. Hidden in its details are features, rarities, and potential errors that make it a prized find. The Indiana State Quarter was released as part of the 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008, celebrating the rich history and heritage of each state. On the reverse of the 2002 Indiana Quarter, you'll see a detailed depiction of a race car speeding across the state, a nod to the world-famous Indianapolis 500. Behind the car is an outline of the state, symbolizing Indiana's identity and pride. The obverse side features the familiar portrait of George Washington, a timeless reminder of America's founding. Although millions of Indiana quarters were produced at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, making them common in circulation, certain factors can make specific examples highly collectible. Rarity is often determined not by mintage alone, but by errors, exceptional condition, and unique varieties that set a coin apart from the rest. One of the most sought-after features by collectors is a coin with a perfect strike and sharp details. On the Indiana quarter, This includes clearly defined lines on the race car, crisp details on the state outline, and perfectly struck lettering. Coins that have retained their original luster, free from scratches or wear, are known as mint state coins. These are incredibly rare because the vast majority of coins enter circulation and suffer the wear of everyday use. Minting errors add another layer of excitement. A double die error can occur when the coin design is accidentally impressed more than once in slightly different positions, causing a subtle doubling effect on letters or images. Off-center strikes are equally intriguing. When a coin blank isn't properly aligned during striking, part of the design is shifted, leaving an unusual blank area along the coin's edge. Each error coin is unique, making it a one-of-a-kind collectible that instantly captures the interest of numismatists. Die cracks and die chips are additional features that make a coin rare and exciting. These small imperfections appear as raised lines or bumps on the surface, resulting from fractures or wear in the minting dies. While they might look like flaws to casual observers, collectors treasure these anomalies because they tell the story of the coin's creation and make each example unique. Condition plays a critical role in determining a coin's value. Coins that are uncirculated, with sharp details and brilliant original luster, are far more valuable than those that have been handled or circulated. Professional grading companies examine these coins carefully, assessing strike quality, surface integrity, and overall eye appeal. Coins that receive the highest grades are exceedingly rare, even among modern issues like the 50 state quarters. Collectors also pay close attention to minor varieties and mint mark differences. Slight variations in lettering, spacing, or design placement can turn a seemingly ordinary coin into a rare treasure. These subtle details make the Indiana State Quarter from 2002 highly appealing to collectors who love finding something unique. For coin enthusiasts, discovering a 2002 Indiana State Quarter with exceptional condition, minting errors, or rare varieties is like uncovering hidden treasure. A coin that seems ordinary in your pocket could actually be a remarkable collectible with both historical significance and impressive financial value. So the next time you come across a 2002 Indiana State Quarter, take a moment to examine it carefully. Study the race car, check the outline of the state, and look for any unusual features or errors that might make the coin special. The ordinary can quickly become extraordinary in the eyes of a collector, because in the fascinating world of numismatics, even the most common coins can hide shocking surprises, and in rare cases, an exceptional example of this 2002 Indiana State Quarter has reached an astonishing value of $85,000. Top 4, we're exploring a gem from the United States Mint, the Kansas State Quarter from 2005. At first glance, it might look like any other quarter you've used in your change, but for collectors, this coin can hold secrets that make it highly desirable and potentially very valuable. The Kansas State Quarter was released as part of the popular 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008, celebrating the unique history, culture, and heritage of each U.S. state. On the reverse of this 2005 quarter, you'll notice a detailed depiction of a buffalo, symbolizing the state's rich wildlife and history. The design also features the Kansas state outline, stars, and inscriptions highlighting the state's identity. On the obverse, like all state quarters, we have the timeless profile of George Washington, connecting this modern collectible to the country's founding and national heritage. Even though millions of Kansas quarters were minted for circulation, rarity isn't only about production numbers. Coins can gain immense value due to minting errors, unique varieties, or simply surviving in pristine, uncirculated condition. Collectors know that a coin's story and condition can turn a simple quarter into a valuable treasure point. One of the most sought-after features on state quarters is a perfect strike, with all the details sharply defined. On the Kansas quarter, this means a buffalo with crisp, separated features, a clean outline of the state, and bold, clear lettering. Coins that have never entered circulation and retain their original shine are called mint state coins, and these are extremely rare. Most quarters get worn from handling, losing the sharpness and brilliance that make them valuable. Minting errors add an exciting twist for collectors. Double dies, for example, happen when the design is struck more than once in slightly different positions, creating a visible doubling effect on letters or design elements. Off-center strikes are another fascinating anomaly. When the coin blank isn't properly aligned in the press, part of the design is shifted, leaving a blank area along the edge. These errors are unique and can transform an ordinary coin into a one-of-a-kind collectible. Die cracks and die chips are additional factors that make certain coins highly collectible. These small imperfections appear as raised lines or bumps on the coin's surface, caused by wear or fractures in the minting dies. While these might seem like flaws to the casual eye, collectors prize them because they tell the story of the coin's creation and make each example unique. Condition is critical when determining a coin's value. Coins that are uncirculated with sharp details and brilliant luster are much rarer than their circulated counterparts. Professional grading services examine these coins carefully, assessing strike quality, surface condition, and overall eye appeal. High-grade examples from modern series like the 50 state quarters are surprisingly rare and highly coveted among collectors. Subtle varieties and mint mark differences also play a huge role in a coin's collectability. Slight deviations in lettering, spacing, or design placement can make a coin stand out from the millions of standard issues, creating a piece that is unique and highly desirable. For any coin collector, finding a 2005 Kansas State quarter in exceptional condition, with rare minting errors or unique varieties, is like uncovering hidden treasure. A coin that seems ordinary in your pocket could actually be an extraordinary collectible with historical significance and financial value. Next time you come across a 2005 Kansas State quarter, take a closer look. Study the buffalo, examine the state outline, and check for any unusual features or errors. What may seem like a simple quarter could actually be a rare gem waiting to be discovered in the world of coin collecting. Even the most familiar coins can hide incredible surprises, and in rare cases, an exceptional example of this 2005 Kansas State quarter has reached an astonishing value of $79,000. Top 5, we're exploring a modern collectible that might surprise you. The 2015 Kisatchie National Forest State Quarter. While it looks like a simple 25-cent coin at first glance, this quarter is anything but ordinary, and collectors know just how special it can be. The Kisatchie State Quarter was released as part of the America the Beautiful series, which ran from 2010 to 2021, celebrating national parks and forests across the United States. On the reverse of this coin, you'll find a beautifully detailed depiction of the Kisatchie National Forest in Louisiana, complete with towering trees, winding paths, and intricate foliage. The obverse features the timeless portrait of George Washington, reminding us of the nation's founding while connecting this modern design to the country's rich history. Even though millions of Kisatchie quarters were minted for circulation, rarity is not just about numbers. The coins that capture the attention of collectors often have something unique: minting errors, exceptional condition, or subtle design variations that set them apart from the millions of ordinary coins in circulation. One of the most desirable features is a perfectly struck coin, with every detail sharp and crisp. On the Kisatchie quarter, collectors look for clear, distinct trees, precise ground texture, and bold, legible lettering. Coins that retain their original mint luster and remain uncirculated are extremely rare, since most quarters inevitably show wear over time. Minting errors can also make a Kisatchie quarter highly valuable. Double die errors occur when the coin is struck more than once in slightly different positions, creating a subtle doubling of letters or design elements. Off-center strikes, where the blank isn't aligned perfectly in the press, leave a portion of the coin's design missing along the edge. Each error is unique, creating a coin that is one-of-a-kind and highly prized among collectors. Die cracks, die chips, and planchet anomalies add even more appeal. These small imperfections, which appear as raised lines or bumps on the coin, occur when the minting dies develop fractures or damage. While casual observers may see them as flaws, collectors view them as fascinating features that tell the story of the coin's creation and make each piece truly unique. Condition is one of the most important factors in determining a coin's value. Coins that are uncirculated and in pristine condition, with sharp details and brilliant original luster, are incredibly rare even in modern series like America the Beautiful. Professional grading services examine coins carefully under magnification, evaluating strike, surface quality, and overall visual appeal. High-grade examples are extremely desirable and often command impressive prices in the collector market. Collectors also hunt for minor varieties and subtle differences in mint marks or design placement. Small variations in lettering, spacing, or design elements can create coins that are far more valuable than their standard counterparts. These nuances are what make collecting modern quarters such a thrilling pursuit. For anyone passionate about coins, discovering a 2015 Kisatchie National Forest quarter in exceptional condition, with minting errors or rare varieties, is like uncovering hidden treasure. A coin that seems ordinary at first glance could hold significant historical and financial value. So next time you find a Kisatchie quarter, take a closer look. Examine the trees, study the ground details, and check for any unusual features or minting anomalies. A simple quarter might be hiding a rare gem, waiting to be discovered. In the fascinating world of coin collecting, even the most modern coins can hide incredible surprises, and in rare cases, an exceptional example of this 2015 Kisatchie National Forest quarter has reached an astonishing value of $69,000.